Holy snap, guys. A lot is going on. Welcome to Mamiya Moments. As you can tell, I'm not in studio today, but I mean, the scoops are happening. Whether they don't wait for studio time, the scoops are happening. So yesterday, I mean, there's just too much drama, too much drama. I don't want to engage the white racist South Africans today. I choose peace, and I just choose, because when they say when you argue with fools, it becomes difficult to tell the difference. So, I mean, I just reminded the black child that remember that even other white people don't like white South Africans. So, don't worry. It's not us. Ababafuni worldwide. Abafunwa. So there's no need for us to get emotional about fighting with white people, white South Africans. They're not well, and it'll drive us crazy. So let's talk about black things. Hey, Luna. Yesterday, I mean, a white establishment was so excited because the SG of MK, he resigned. But I love how they were ignoring the fact that he did not resign from MK. He didn't leave the party. He resigned from the position of SG. And, they thought that, yes, MK is falling apart, and they were so excited. Hey, and us fence sitters were also like, whoa, this is so much drama. Oh my God, what's going to happen? So now we wake up this morning to the trending news that Advocate Dali Mpofu has joined MK. Now the danger with this move is that Advocate Dali Mpofu is credible. He is a credible comrade, I know that you guys love to celebrate his losses in court, but if he's losing in court, it means he's standing up for us. And ask me, I know about the court systems. They go for whoever needs to be dealt with, and when the system wants to deal with you, then they use the court system. So that's what has played out for Dali Mpofu, and that's why he always loses the cases against the state. So, well, we're beyond just reading media now. I mean, we know better. So anyways, I was just saying that MK has gotten a credible, someone credible. So, I mean, as I told you, Mina, I'm not involved. I'm not going to be used by politicians. I'm not involved. I'm just going to talk about what's happening and how I feel about this, how I feel about that. I find, MK has been very exciting. It's been very exciting. And, the channel has been covering them and giving them lots of platform, although they don't acknowledge it, but we have. And a lot of the election upswing that happened was because of the work we did at Moya. So, there's a lot happening there. I think the reason I'm mentioning that is that I want to back up this Pity Valuator story. Because what is it that people like Pity, like myself, where you could see people working for MK? What is it about us that we could not be considered for parliament, for anything, And what is it about the men? Bontlamulo, Bonabo Masego. What is it about them that got them into parliament without even, So how do you measure who put in what and who deserves to be rewarded? Because that's what this Pity Valuator thing is about, right? It's about who actually put in energy. Because what's happening, and I understand why the comrades feel like this, and I'm so glad that I've got my own hustle, So I'm not desperate for the MK jobs. That's what I'm so happy about. I mean, how do you choose who puts in what, and then you know the issue. I understand what the comrades are saying. I completely understand what the comrades are saying about how people just get parachuted up. It's deep. And you know what? I love MK. I've told you this before, but I'm going to criticize it and tell you where I'm seeing a little bit dodge. So I have a problem with, I feel like MK, some of the members of MK, the leaders of MK, are in it for the hustle and in it for the bag. And I feel that the exclusion, and I say exclusion because it's showing, of Kanyisile Litchfield Shabalala and Colleen Makubela, real strong women, you know, the real strong women leaders who have got political rapport and have had experience in the field. They were just kind of used. Well, actually, Mam Kanye, they didn't even acknowledge. And I suspect it's because she's too powerful. Whereas Colleen doesn't show her power. She kind of like, she's pretty, and so she plays, she's like Ayanda Ali, you know, where you're pretty and then you play the pretty card and then it makes people feel safe. So Colleen, not so much, but I think that Dr. Kanye really intimidates the men in MK, and therefore that's why they didn't even bother to acknowledge her when she moved to the party. And for me personally, that turned me off the party, I must admit, because it suggested to me that MK is just a movement of people who are trying to get into parliament for the bag. That's what it said to me. It told me that it's not really about strategy and warfare. Because if it really was, then a Dr. Kanye would be an asset, right? She has worked for the South African Defence Force. She was in the original MK. So for me, MK blue-ticking Dr. Kanye was telling. And it made me, if I was planning to vote for MK, it made me start looking around for other solutions and other parties. And then watching how they treat Colleen. Colleen has got experience in the political field. So it's scary. And I'm going to be very direct now. And you're going to be so shocked. Dudu Zuma, her struggle credentials are protecting her dad. And now she's just been elevated and parachuted to chairperson at the AU. And when she speaks about reparations stuff. So she's got no political schooling, no language, no experience, except for standing up for her dad. And then she got rewarded for that. And for me, that was scary. Because it suggested to me that MK is definitely a Zuma party, and he's trying to create ways for his legacy and his children. It definitely gave that. And you could argue that AU is independent, or they chose for themselves, they voted for themselves, but it's the mentality inside there that's frightening me, that leaders don't have to be leaders anymore. They don't have to have a certain standard. Yeah, you can just get into leadership based on who you're having sex with, who your father is. And that's tricky for leadership, because what are Dudu's ideas and ideologies? You know, what has she stood for? What do we know her besides we see you and standing up for her dad? And you know what, guys? We could all stand up for our dads. That's the thing. We could all stand up for our dads. So it can't really be a struggle credential. So as much as I love women in power and women in politics, I also need it to be ethical and principled. So it can't be a popularity vote. Yeah, well, It can't be just because you're Ngamalala's child. Yeah, okay. Whoa, yeah, okay. It can't be like that. We are trying to liberate black people. And it's frightening for me. It's frightening for me that you can take someone who's got zero political schooling, who's got zero ideologies, and then make them the chairperson at the African Union. So I'm happy for her, and I'm happy for women and stuff, but I need her to earn her position. I need Dudu to start putting in the work, you know? I've been a social media star for decades, and it's not that hard, actually. It's not that hard to tweet controversial. It's not that hard. So I'm going to need more than "we see you." I'm going to need a little bit more than that. So the fact that the men in MK are choosing a woman that they can, like, control is what's scary. And that's why they're avoiding the Kanyis and the Collins, because they've got a patriarchy princess that they can hide behind and then put up as leader and then say, yeah, we've got women. But what are Dudu's ideas, guys? What does Dudu stand for? Besides her dad, what does Dudu stand for? So for me, when I heard the news, I was like, shit, we're going the wrong way. I think that Dudu needs to, like, since she's getting a parliament salary, enroll in part-time studies, political science studies, so that it actually shows that she's committed to this thing and she didn't just get in because she's Zuma's child. So that was really disturbing for me. Anyways, but it's exciting. Dali Mpofu is there. It's exciting. But once again, it adds to the patriarchy. So MK continues to be a patriarchal party, and therefore it doesn't really speak to me. But I'm happy when the blacks are moving in a mob that's going to tell Abelungu Ugitila. So the fact that I'm benefiting makes me shut up. But personally, for me, MK is not the solution. It's not for me. But I love what it's doing for black people. So I'm going to keep quiet and support where I can support. But ladies, I feel as if perhaps I need to start considering And the thing is that I really hate admin and hard work. I really do. But I can see that the politics are not what I want. So Mina, I'm in a position to gather the people that I know are powerhouses. And we start having conversations and we start building movements. And credible movements where, you know, where we've behaved. Because, I mean, to this day, guys, I mean, we still can't excuse things like fire pool and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I just need MK to have some clean faces. People not associated with, you know, just abantaba clean, man. So I don't know how you guys are feeling. Let's chat in the comment section. My stomach is so sore this morning. I don't know what I did. I think it's my period pain. Anyways, let's chat in the comment section. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Please join the channel. I don't want to get into the politics and the housekeeping of the channel, but please do like, share, and subscribe. And let's chat in the comment section. What do you think of MK? Is it the real thing? What do you think of the patriarchy in there? What's happening there? Let's chat.